Hey guys, Never Stop Dungeon here today, and they're showing us this very early, the new future unit we are getting taken. So yeah, let's just get straight into it. I am pretty excited for this. Future does have a lot of cool moments. So let's see what they decide to go with. They've needed something for a while as well. You may be more powerful, but you're still not a god.
That is the duty of a
Zamasu, Ultra Zamasu.
Of course. That is why I do this. For the good of the cosmos.
Is it going to be corrupted?
Creation. I am trying. Proudly so.
It is corrupted.
Down. This blackened world. The perfect
moment. Oh, the smile is... Whoa. Okay. That actually looks incredible. This is going to be insane.
You escape its lightning! Know your place! Time to settle this!
And invisible, no damage can destroy me. I think that's what I said, the word very quick.
Even with the Mutara, what could mere primates ever hope to achieve against a god?
Wait.
Hey! Toot! I won't lose to someone who believes in nothing but himself!
Whoa. Okay, this is something new. So when he's defeated, he does... Okay. Yeah, I'm summoning for him. Okay, so going through that, we saw a lot of cool things. Ultra half-corrupted Fusion Zamasu looks incredible. I haven't seen anything about his kit. Obviously, I went until the kit breakdown now, but just from the animations alone and that new kind of like domain effect he has, that looks pretty darn cool. The unique equip going to the red LF merge Zamasu is interesting because he's not too old. He was at the start of this year. I feel like they're just trying to buff Future quite a lot. Maybe set them up for something crazy that's going to happen maybe during Legends Fest, who knows. But yeah, this guy looks insane. They also gave the green Android 21 a unique equip, which is interesting as well. And then obviously there's going to be an equip for purple future units, which is just going to be insane for this guy. So yeah, a lot of cool things to come finally. I feel like this was needed so long ago. I don't know why they didn't just give us one of the equips last week. They could have easily given us the Android 21 equip last week, but they just like to make us suffer at times. But as you know, with kit breakdowns, I don't read the stuff in yellow unless it's not obvious, because it gives a summary of the overall effects. So I'd most likely read everything in white text. So half corrupted Fusion Zamasu, he's an ultra purple god key future regen fusion warrior Patara, powerful opponent, future trunk saga, very good tags right there. The ability, so we look at the final one, is future and powerful opponent only, and base strike and attack and defense plus 42%, and for future units, ultimate and awakened damage plus 5%. Very good in terms of the stuff that is being given for strike. Okay, ultra ability is when they're with future. So yeah, future is getting a pretty big buff here. It's going to be interesting to see how it will impact the meta. Strike, so has a chance of feint, is impact, and afflicts enemy with feint on hit 5% chance. So not the craziest amount. Blast is just normal. Special move, so the massive damage on activation, special move damage plus 60%. Enemy draggables -1 twice. Okay, that's pretty crazy. On hit, inflict enemy with heavy bleed and inflict enemy with strong poison, and it's one of those long range ones where you have to travel the full distance of the battlefield to interact with them. The special, so on activation, ki plus 50, damage plus 30%, and protect hand. On hit, draw, strike, arts next, and nullify special cover changes for 5 counts, comboable with everything, and it's similar to the special move in terms of having to travel the whole battlefield to connect. Okay, the ultimate supreme damage, that's what we like to see. On activation, ultimate damage plus 50%, nullify endurance. On hit, destroy entire enemy hand, prevent all enemy switching, and another long range one. Okay, main ability, destroy 2 cards, then draw 1 each of special and ultimate art. That's really good. The fact that it's not just the ultimate. Health plus 40%, ki plus 40, damage plus 30% for 30 counts, and cancel attribute downgrades and abnormal conditions after 25 counts. This is actually pretty insane for 30 counts. If you pop this, you can just not use the ultimate straight away, get a combo going where you're doing a lot more damage. And what's also insane about drawing a green card as well, because we literally saw it here, an extra 30% damage. So after you pop main, and if you use the green and everything, you're getting like 60% more damage straight away. The ultimate damage is doing plus 50%, so that's 110% ultimate damage like straight away, and your hand's gonna be protected. You draw another strike if you get the card up. Yeah, like that main ability is really good. Okay, starter ability, damage plus 300%, already just an insane amount. So as I said, it can go to 410% there. That's pretty insane. Damage guard plus 200%. I do like it to be bare minimum 200%, so that's pretty good. Key recovery plus 50%, draw speed plus 1, sub counts on switch -2, all uncancelable. So very good starter ability. Okay, unique ability, so on final counter, deal major damage to enemy, explode. Also deal 100% of the damage to enemy standby members, so they all just take the same amount of damage, and they get afflicted with all of this, all of them. Heavy bleed, strong poison, and paralyze. Oh my days, that's like one of the worst things you could read when you're reading kits. Paralyze is easily the most hated, like, toxic thing you could inflict on someone ever. If you catch someone off guard with paralyze, it's like you can't do anything about that. You're just stuck and you get attacked. You then have strong poison, you then have heavy bleed. Wow, that's actually gonna be insane. On battlefield entry, draw 1 card if hand has 3 or fewer, key plus 30, nullify damage received, element disadvantage for 5 counts. So what that means is if you're taking damage, you're receiving type neutral for 5 counts, which is somewhat decent. It allows you to maybe not take a crazy amount of damage until you can swap out again. Nullify attribute downgrades, or enemy draw speed -1 for 5 counts. On arts use, so any arts, unique gold plus 20% 1 time, damage plus 30% for 10 counts, another 30% is ridiculous. Nullify special cover change for 5 counts 1 time. When hit by enemy arts 1 time, damage guard plus 30% for 10 counts, and enemy key -30. Okay, so a bit of extra damage received the first time you take a hit with him. Also, if health is 50% or lower, unique gorge charge rate plus 200% for 20 counts. You can't stack it, but that's still an insane amount. Ally sub counts -2. Destroy 2 enemy cards 1 time. When on battlefield, an ally is prevented from switching 2 times. Steal enemy strike, blast, or special move arts for 3 counts. So they basically can't go crazy if they are locking in. Most likely, Ultra Super Saiyan Goku, they really understand how ridiculous Ultra Super Saiyan Goku is and are trying to do a lot to hurt him. First, the Android 13, and now Ultra Zamasu. While not defeated, an enemy activates Ultimate Awaken Arts or Rising Rush, sub counts -10, and cancel enemy buff effect. So the thing is, you will want to use him a lot, but this right here, when he activates the final counter, is a game changer. The fact that if he dies, he will do all of that is very good. You most likely will want to sacrifice him unless he's absolutely ridiculous on the field as well. So he cover changes against strikes, comboable into a blue card. onto the unique gorge. So let's see what this does. So it's a counter type to a time type. We get to see the symbols here. So starts as counter type, starts with 50% charge, auto counter type B. So counter type, when hit by a counterable attack, deal massive damage to enemy. Switch to time type. So counterable attacks are forward charging, ultimate, and awakened arts, and rising rush. So similar to Ultra Beast Gohan's counter. Wow, that's gonna be pretty insane. Okay, thank you for that update. But yeah, this is gonna be pretty ridiculous because you are essentially gonna be in a position where rising rushes and ultimates aren't going to be used unless you just waste one, so you can get a rush off and an ultimate off. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. You're going to have to like drop perfectly or catch someone cover changing out of this guy into another unit and that sort of stuff, and it never quite works out like that. So it's going to be interesting how you play around this. When unique gorge becomes full or on auto counter activation, health plus 20%, Q plus 30, critical rate plus 20% for 10 counts, draw speed plus 1, nullify element disadvantages for 5 counts, nullify attribute downgrades under normal conditions, and cancel attribute downgrades. So from what I'm seeing, it will go to a counter type, to a time type. During that time type, I think it will slowly go down until you can not use it again. It's not really too obvious here, so will become time type, and you can continue to get the effects by filling it to max. Okay, so yeah, it basically means once you get that gold filled after you do the counter, it will be crazy to once you got it filled, because you will just get a lot of benefits. Okay, and then charges while on the battlefield, consumed entirely on auto counter activation and entirely when unique gorge is full. So yeah, that is a very good unique gorge. Very good abilities, very good final counter, very good starter ability, very good attacks, very good Z ability. This guy is gonna be an absolute monster. Paired with Android 13, it's gonna be pretty insane what those two are capable of doing together. So yeah, get used to seeing them two a lot because it's going to be ridiculous. And let me know if you are excited, if you're going to save for maybe Legends Fest. If you're not, we'll have to see, but I'm excited. I'll summon for him. And other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button, and if you want to see more in the future, subscribe. See you on the next one. Goodbye.